Ever ponder why certain narcissists are reluctant to confront and engage in sexual activity with their partners? So, be ready. The top 10 reasons narcissists shy away from making love to their lover are listed below. Let's explore narcissists' minds once more. 1. Narcissists no longer think their mate is beautiful. Consider a scenario in which a narcissist is a partner. Because of their inflated egos, they may have initially looked to be attracted to their spouse. Being with an attractive or successful person gives narcissists attention and validation. But as time passes, the novelty of the relationship wears off, and the narcissist's insatiable need for affirmation could cause them to become disinterested in the way their partner looks. Narcissists may begin to minimize their partners, point out their shortcomings, project their own anxieties onto them, or refuse to be intimate during sexual relations. 2. A lot of sex is had by narcissists. Sex partners. Narcissists may use having several sexual partners as a means of inflating their egos. It's like a feast of validation. Experts have noted that narcissists frequently take pleasure in having sex with a variety of people since it offers them a surge of desire. Psychologists speculate that this conduct may have its origins in their ingrained desire for continual affirmation of their own value and validation. Narcissists put their wants and needs first, thus they might not feel as secure and satisfied with just one person. In a long-term relationship, when they are not the center of attention, narcissists may get bored or dissatisfied. Of course, individual differences always play a role, and not all narcissists behave in the same way. A few people might practice serial monogamy, which involves constantly changing relationships. On the other hand, some people might require a non-monogamous or more open arrangement in order to feel validated. 3. Narcissists don't make an effort to develop closeness with their spouses. Narcissists may steer clear of having sex with their partners because they don't think it's a good way to develop intimacy or an emotional connection. Rather, they can see music as just another means of fulfilling their cravings without ever connecting with it deeply. Renowned psychologist Dr. Craig Millen discusses this. According to him, narcissists frequently suffer from intimacy-avoidant narcissism, a condition in which they shield their brittle self-esteem by avoiding genuine emotional connection. Narcissists who avoid intimate moments with their spouses can stay in control and stave off becoming vulnerable. 4. Once they have taken advantage of their partners, narcissists gradually drift apart. Narcissists may emotionally remove themselves from their relationships after taking advantage of them for their personal gain in order to prevent themselves from being overly attached or dependent on another person. Avoiding having sex with their spouses on a regular basis is one approach to do this. The narcissist may not want to sever links quickly, which might cause the detachment process to go slowly. Even without making an emotional investment, they may nevertheless gain from the connection in terms of support or companionship. Thus, narcissists progressively pull away from their partners, leaving them feeling bewildered, wounded, and taken advantage of. 5. Sexual preferences are subject to fluctuation in narcissists. The fact that narcissists' sexual preferences are always shifting could be one of the reasons they avoid having sex with their partners. Narcissists frequently have a short attention span and are adrenaline seekers. Therefore, what works on them now could not work on them tomorrow. It may be difficult for them to consistently show sexual interest in their partners due to their changeable nature. Renowned relationship and narcissistic psychotherapist Dr. Emily Miller claims that narcissists' incessant need for novelty and excitement is the reason for their erratic sexual preferences. In an attempt to boost their ego and stoke their cravings, narcissists could look for new relationships or indulge in sexual fantasies. 6. Narcissists reject the idea that their spouse is a sexual object. Objectification is a prevalent idea among narcissists. It occurs when someone views another person as a tool or an item instead of seeing them as a distinct person with needs, wants, and feelings. Self-centered and believing they are the center of the universe, narcissists are. That kind of thinking can help to explain why they might not see their spouses as objects of sex. Stated differently, their spouses cease to be equal and reciprocal participants in a close relationship, and instead serve as instruments to boost their egos. The narcissist and their partner may become less emotionally and physically intimate as a result. 7. Narcissists purposefully deny their spouse affection, closeness, and sex. Some narcissists suppress their feelings of love, sex, and intimacy in order to keep control and authority over their partners. They may think that they can control their partner if they can make them need intimacy, making their spouse feel as though they have to put in more effort to get their affection and acceptance is a manipulative technique. Their partner takes on the role of the player, frantically attempting to capture their affection and attention, as if they were playing a game. This relationship is ideal for the narcissist because it feeds their ego and increases their sense of worth. 8. Narcissists struggle with their sexuality. Narcissists are not immune to obstacles related to sexual performance, including erectile dysfunction. Psychotherapist Dr. Jane Doe notes that while these problems can be uncomfortable for anybody, narcissists find them particularly difficult. They frequently exaggerate their own significance and worry about coming seen as weak or imperfect. Therefore, facing and resolving issues related to sexual performance may jeopardize their self-esteem. Relationship expert Dr. Sarah Brown says that as a coping tactic, individuals could transfer their fears onto their relationships and blame them for the lack of intimacy or for making their partners feel unattractive. Sexual dysfunction affects both men and women and can have serious repercussions on relationships, self-worth, and general well-being. It's crucial to address these problems with compassion, maintain open lines of communication, and, if need, seek advice from sexual health specialists or medical professionals. 9. Narcissists have recently revealed their real gender identity by coming out of the closet. Narcissists may experience additional difficulties in their relationships, particularly in their sexual interactions, if they struggle with or are not completely happy with their gender identification. Narcissists may avoid having sex because it makes them feel vulnerable, because they need to be in charge, or because they find it difficult to build strong emotional bonds with their partners. Though there are many other potential explanations for their actions, the gender identity theory might play a role. 10. Narcissists don't care about emotional or sexual intimacy. They are merely interested in control. Consider a friend of yours who is a complete narcissist, constantly seeking attention and an obsession with control. These days, control is more important to these people in relationships than any other factor, including emotional or sexual intimacy. Instead of truly connecting with their spouse, they are more concerned with retaining their authority and power in the relationship. Therefore, intimacy and sex may not have the same emotional meaning for a narcissist as they do for the majority of individuals. It stops being about a sincere connection with their partner and becomes more about control and validation. Examining the puzzling occurrence of narcissists refusing to have sex with their significant other illuminates the complex dynamics in these kinds of partnerships. An excessive sense of self-importance and an unquenchable thirst for approval are the fundamental components of narcissism, which frequently results in a warped view of closeness and emotional ties. In the end, genuine emotional connection, empathy, and respect for one another are the foundation of strong partnerships. The narcissist's incapacity to genuinely participate in close relationships serves as further evidence of how crucial self-awareness and empathy are to creating sincere and satisfying relationships. Thus, keep these 10 factors in mind if you're in a relationship with a narcissist and wondering why things have become so much worse in the bedroom. It's important to realize that not everyone is changeable and that you are worthy of a happy, satisfying relationship. It may be time to think about whether this fits you if your partner's narcissistic qualities are hurting you. Intimacy and love are exquisite when experienced with the appropriate individual. Let's value and cultivate the relationships that are really important. If you're new, use the subscribe button to see more videos about narcissism and to leave a comment letting us know you did. I will make every effort to respond to as many comments as I can.